Hey everyone, welcome back. Alright, so let's get to it. In this video, I am making some desserts. It's kind of no other way to put it. Usually for Thanksgiving, my family gets together. We all either make something or buy something, and everyone just comes together. So normally I do the desserts, and this time I decided to make the desserts from scratch. So in this first video, you see me putting together basically, okay, so let me rewind. I am making a sweet potato pie, and I am also making sugar cookie cheesecake cups. That was a mouthful. Anyways, so in this first video, I am making the crust. Yes, this is my first time, and it's pretty interesting. So you can kind of see here, I'm just mixing all the ingredients together and hoping that it turns out right. So I made two different types of crust because me and my mother have been like on this keto diet. And so the first crust that I made, I used like a keto flour. And in the second one, you'll see that I made it with regular flour. So you can see the difference between the two flours actually before I even mix them. So if you look in the bowls, you'll see it. But yeah, just mixing right now. Like I said, this first one is the keto flour, and so I'm making that crust first, mixing all the ingredients together. And then what I didn't know, because I would have done it the night before, is that it actually has to sit in the fridge for 4 hours. It said overnight or for 4 hours, so obviously I didn't have an overnight because this is the day of, so it sat in the fridge for 4 hours after that. So yeah, the whole process of making the crust itself was not bad. It wasn't until we got to the later part where I actually had to put everything together that it got a little crazy. Also found out that from the recipe that I had, I should have made more, like put more in it, because what I had just simply wasn't enough. But you'll see what I mean when we get to the part where I have to put everything together. So yeah, just mixing it up right now. Mixing. So in the instructions, it also said to roll it up into a ball. And as you can see, like the keto flour didn't leave it hard enough for me to roll up into a ball. So I just ended up scooping it and putting it in a bag so that I can put it in the fridge for 4 hours. So scooping everything out the bowl into the bag because that little ball just was not happening. So yeah, there's that part. And now if you pay attention to here, this is the regular flour that I'm using to make some regular dough, because everybody is not on a keto diet like me and my mother. So regular dough, here we go. voila, this is what my regular dough turned out like. The regular dough turned out pretty good actually as well. This I was able to roll in a ball because it was hard enough. So I put it into the bag after I rolled it into the balls, and yeah, let it sit in the fridge for 4 hours. So here you see I am mixing everything, like the ingredients for the sweet potatoes, for the sweet potato pie. So I'm mixing everything into the bowl, all the ingredients that I found online, and obviously still reading it because this is my first time doing it. I didn't have all the ingredients on the table. I was kind of stressed out. It was a lot going on actually, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. It got done. That's all that matters. So if you see I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it's because I didn't have everything that I needed, but it's okay. So yes, everything now into the bowl, mixing it up. I was nervous. I thought this wasn't going to turn out so well. So you can see I keep looking up like the instructions and looking up different things and just trying to make sure that I do this right. I did find out while I was mixing all of basically the sweet potato, it got a little watery. Now, I don't honestly know what it was that I did that made it so watery, but what I ended up having to do is put it in a pot on the stove to help thicken it a little bit, and also to help soften it because all of the little pieces weren't breaking down as well as they should have. So you'll see that a little bit later in a clip. But yeah, still mixing. You can kind of see in the video how watery it is. It's not like horribly watery, but it was too watery. Like if I had put it in that crust, it just was not gonna happen. So unfortunately the camera had died before I could show you guys how I had to roll out the crust because I realized we didn't have a thing to roll it out with. So I had to like knead it myself, which next time obviously I will get the proper tools. But yeah, it died before I could show you that. So when you see the crust in the pie, don't judge me. Just know that I tried my best. Also, you missed the whole process of me making the sugar cookie for the cookies. But this is what the pie looks like before I baked it. Those are what the cookies look like before I stuffed them. And these are the cookies after they were done. They look so good, and they were really, really good too. Actually, everything turned out good. I was pretty satisfied with everything.